Commencing with the greatest name of Allah, who is, who was, who will, who is Rahman, who is Rahim, who is the most merciful, who is the King of the King. Today my topic is about that is realism. What is realism? Realism in the international relations, the realism is the theory of the international relations. What is the question? What is the realism? In realism, that is about the state centralism. Or firstly, I will explain. I will define the realism. The realism is simply we can say that is the gaining of power. Where is the gaining of power? So, in realism, we study about the four perceptions, that is about state. The first one is state centrism. You know what is state? State centrism, the first point is the major key point which play a very important role in the state, move forward in the world politics. And another one is that is anarchy. What is the anarchy? Anarchy means that is the lack of central government, the lack of super authority, the lack of superpower authority. Well, the third one, that is the rationality and egoism. In the rationality and the egoism we mostly study about that is, you know, the human is naturally selfish. By nature they are selfish. Why they are selfish? Because society make them selfish. If you have no power, if you have no power maximization, if you have no balance of power, so that is about all the selfishness. If the human being have no selfishness, they will not able to get food, they will not able to get resources to live alive in this world. And the fourth one, that is power, which is all about the power. If you have no power, for example, if the A country have the power while the B country have the no power, then the A country will easily attack on any time in the B country. If the B country have so the example is same, that if the both country have the same power, then they will not move forward conflict, they will not move forward fight. So the second one, that is about the egoism. What is egoism? Egoism is the selfishness, immoral, and the competitive. These 3 points that tell about that selfishness means, for example, if a person have food while the other person have no resource, then they move forward for selfishness. Means to say in Urdu we call this selfishness, that is about I'm selfish because in this world there is you know, in the society everyone is selfish. Why is selfish? Because in this world they are immoral and competitive. So the egoism means selfishness. So the another one, that is according to the Margito, who is the great philosopher, who defined the realism in the about him views, about him points, that is about Marginto said that the first point is a power. If you have a power, you will fight with other state in the world politics. So the first point, that is about power. The another one, that is a self-preservation. If you have a power, if you have a military force, then you will defense your country with another country, defense your state with another state. So that is in the world. So that is all about to the Marginto views. The third one, that is about the lack of moral behavior. If you move forward in realism, according to the view of the realism, according to the realism theory, that said that if you move forward the moral behavior, then you will not find to the peace in this world. Then you will not produce peace in this world. And so in the Morgan theory, there is the lack of moral behaviors, means the absence of moral behaviors. The fourth one, that is the history war. And for example, the Cold War, the Russia or the United States, they have that much power, that have that much tendency to align with other countries. So how they align? Because they have a power, because they have that much power, that much military forces, that much power to capture all that countries. And the fourth one, that is the failure of the international laws. If there is anarchy system in the realism, so how the state follow the laws and regulation? Means anarchy means to say that the absence of the central government, the absence of the central laws, the absence of the laws. So the failures of the international, according to Margaret Views, he said that the failures of the international laws. The fourth one, or the last one, that is about absence of enforcing authority. Absence of enforcing authority means to say that if there is no central government, if there is no supreme authority in the world which apply on the state, so the state definitely move forward. That is about the absence, the lack of enforcing authority. So the Marginto view that Marginto thought that here is the absence of the enforcing authority. Here now I have a circle that is about in the front of you in the screen, that is about anarchy. The first one is anarchy. What is anarchy? That it's mean that lack of central government, lack of supreme authority. Well, another one, that is a security dilemma. If you have that much security, if you have that much power, if you have that much military force, then the another state will not attack you, and then another state will not capture your region or your state in the world. So the third one, that is the power maximization. According to realism, if you have a power maximization, then the other countries will not attack you, then the other countries will not take you easily. So because of what? Because you have power, you have power. So according to the realism, the state must produce the power, the state must produce the power of maximization. The last, and that is about the balance of power. If you have balance of power, the realism said that you must produce the balance of power. If you have the balance of the power, then the other state will not attack on your state, then you will easily prevent your state with another state or on your enemies in the world. That the last, that is realism, or the we say realism, the realism the other name is the realism, that is classical. In the classical, here we have an individual. However, the individual means to say the selfishness, the egoistic. And another one, that is a first great debate. The first great debate is about to the immoral behavior, means to say that immoral behavior, lack of moral behavior. Lack of moral behavior. The last one, that is about the human egoistic nature. Earlier said that is the human is a selfish by nature, So here we study about the human egoistic system. The last one, that is about the statism. We know the state. The state is the main actor. The state is the main key. The state is the major point. The state is the what we call the state is the main or the key point where the other state if we here we have a statism in the primary actor. We know statism means to say that the state is the primary actor. Here the primary actor is what? Here the primary actor is the state. If primary actor is state, unitary actor is state, and rational actor is state. Because if the state is selfish, there is no anarchy. There is anarchy system in the realism. There is anarchy system. Then the state is remain selfish. The other one, that is about the survival. Survival means to anarchy. Anarchy means survival. Survival means anarchy, lack of central government. Another one, that is survival of fighters. The last one, that is about the self-help. If you lack of trust, If the A country have the power while the B country have the no power, so the B country have no trust on the A country, because the A country have the tendency they attack easily on the B country and at any time. So there we have the lack of trust. Self-reliance means to say the maximization of the power. And the last one, that is the maximization of the power, means to say the balance of the power. If you have the power, the balance of the power, then the other state will not attack on you. So that's all debate is about realism of you are getting my points, and you will be able to write realism in your exam, realism theory in your exam, or in your STEAM the examination also. You understand my point. You are understanding my point. So inshallah, another video we will meet in another video. Thank you for watching. Fi amanillah. Allah Hafiz.